No matter how hard you work, money still keeps slipping away. It is not your fault. What if your own house is silently pushing wealth out every single day, and you do not even realize it? It is not your job. It is not a lack of luck. There is something invisible, something quietly present in your living space that is draining your energy and pushing away every opportunity. Many people have no idea this is happening. They clean, they pray, they keep trying, but nothing feels right. The money never flows in, luck never shows up. Here is the truth. With just 3 cloves placed in the right spot, everything could begin to shift. It sounds simple, but the results have left many in disbelief. A woman in Arizona tried this. Soon after, a payment that had been delayed for months was finally released. An elderly man in Florida gave it a shot and said that for the first time in years, he felt like his finances were unlocked. In this video, I'm going to share with you the exact spot where you need to place the cloves, why this technique activates prosperity energy, and the serious mistakes that people make, which completely kill the effect. But listen, if you do it wrong, it can backfire. So do not skip a single second of this video. Before we begin, if you believe that energy and your living space are connected to your financial flow, go ahead and hit like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. I am ready to receive all the good things the universe has to offer. That will be your first commitment today. Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you work, no matter how carefully you save, money still does not seem to smile your way? Sometimes it is not because you are doing something wrong. It is because the energy around you is blocked. In feng shui, every home has its own flow of wealth energy. But if certain elements inside the house are out of place, like mirrors facing the door, dead plants in the corner, or old objects holding stagnant energy, that flow gets interrupted. It might sound strange, but even things like dusty corners, musty smells, or a space that is too dark can affect your luck. That is why so many people say that after a big cleaning session, they feel lighter, more focused, and suddenly, things just start going smoother. The problem is, most people have no idea that these little things can have such a big impact on their destiny, and worse, they unintentionally lock up their wealth energy without even knowing it. I used to be one of those people. I thought working hard was enough. But one day, I came across a short article about feng shui placement, made a small change, and everything started to shift. You might be making one of those mistakes right now. And trust me, just a small adjustment in the right place can bring new energy into your life. You want to know something strange? A lot of people are not poor because they lack effort. They are poor because their home does not allow money to stay. Sounds odd, right? Let me tell you a real story. A woman in her 50s lived alone in a small apartment. She worked 2 jobs every day. Yet she was always short on cash. Every time a good opportunity was about to come, something went wrong. Her car broke down. A family member got sick. A client cancelled a contract. She always felt like something was pulling her back, though she could not explain what. One day, a guest came over and said, "Do you realize your place is always dark? There is no airflow. That corner over there looks completely dead. You can just feel it. It is blocking all the wealth energy." She was skeptical but decided to try. She opened a window, cleared out that corner, threw away broken furniture. Then she heard about placing 3 cloves in the area that locks energy, and she gave it a shot. Within 2 weeks, she got a call from an old friend offering her a part-time job with double the income. I am not saying this is magic, but here is one truth. Invisible energy has always been there. Signs your house might be pushing wealth away. Constant little mishaps, broken stuff, lost money, restless sleep, unnecessary arguments. Plants keep dying. Flowers never bloom even with care. Your house smells strange or feels damp, even though you clean. There is a corner you always avoid, or a space that feels heavy whenever you walk in. None of this is random. Feng Shui calls it a block of trapped negative energy. In spiritual terms, it is known as a fortune blockage, and in science you can understand it as negative energy accumulation from repeated stress and bad emotions. Common mistakes that lock away your money. Clutter, especially near the front door. This is where wealth energy enters. If it is blocked, luck stays out. Holding on to broken or old items, these carry stagnant energy. No uplifting scents in the home. Pleasant aromas not only lift your mood, but wake up positive energy. Most people have no idea that cloves are not just a spice. They are actually a key that can reopen the flow of wealth, especially when you know where and how to place them. But wait, if you put them in the wrong place, not only will they not work, they can actually disrupt your energy even more. That is why the next part is extremely important. One more thing you need to know. Money never comes when your mind is closed off. When your living space is filled with stuck, heavy energy, your mind also becomes foggy. You get tired easily. You lose focus. You forget things. You feel like something is missing, but you cannot quite say what. In Feng Shui, this is called a disturbance in the third energy layer, the layer that connects humans with the material world. When this layer is off, you cannot connect with money, opportunities, or the flow of luck passing through your life. And remember, every object in your house holds memory. You keep a broken chair because you did not want to spend money, even though the last time you sat on it was during a really sad moment. You hang up an old painting just to fill the wall, even though you bought it during a time of unemployment. What you do not realize is that those objects hold layers of emotion, and they echo through your space every single day, like an invisible wave. That is why something as small as placing 3 cloves in the right energetic spot can trigger a shift. Cloves carry the energy of fire. They represent transformation, life, and movement. When placed correctly, they burn through areas of blocked energy and create a new flow in your space. But it is not just about placing them anywhere. You need to know the right spot, the right timing, and the right intention. Those are the 3 key elements of this ritual, and that is exactly what I am going to guide you through in the next part. So, how exactly can 3 tiny cloves shift your entire financial energy? This is not some magic trick. It is not blind superstition either. It is a powerful combination of 3 things. Natural energy from the earth, intention from within yourself, and your living space, the place that holds or blocks the flow of prosperity. 1. Preparing the ritual. Simple, but must be done right. Here is what you will need. 3 dried clove buds. You can find them at an herbal shop, a local market, or even in a grocery store. A small bowl made of clay or wood. Avoid using anything metal. 1 plain white sheet of paper, unlined. A brown or black ink pen. 1 small white candle, optional if you choose to do the ritual at night. 2. Write your energy intention. On the white paper, write down a clear, heartfelt affirmation. For example, I open my heart to receive prosperity from the universe. I allow abundance to come to me gently and consistently. Good things are looking for me, and I am ready to receive them. Write slowly with presence, as if you are truly speaking to the space around you. 3. Choosing the right place to put the cloves. This is the most important part. Placement determines 80% of the effect. You can choose one of these 3 locations. First option, near the entrance, your home's main energy gateway. Place the small bowl with the 3 cloves just inside your front door, in the far left corner, as viewed from inside looking out. This is the point where qi, or energy, enters your home. The cloves help purify negative energy before it spreads throughout the space. You can add a small crystal, like amethyst or citrine, to amplify the effect. Second option, under your pillow, a direct connection to your subconscious mind. Put the 3 cloves in a small fabric pouch. White or yellow cotton is ideal. Tuck the pouch under your pillow for 7 consecutive nights. Each night before bed, repeat your written affirmation, either silently or aloud. This helps reprogram your mindset toward abundance and activates prosperity flow while you sleep. Third option, inside your wallet, where your money travels with you. Wrap the 3 cloves in a small piece of aluminum foil. Place them in the same section of your wallet where you keep your cash. Every time you open your wallet, take a moment to think a positive thought, like, I deserve to have enough money to live well. 4. Timing the activation. Choose a time with open energy. According to yin-yang feng shui, the best hours to perform the ritual are morning from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock a.m., when yang energy is strongest and most energizing. Evening from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock p.m., when quiet energy allows deeper connection with universal signals. Avoid doing this between 11:00 a.m. and 1:00 p.m., or after 11:00 p.m., as energy tends to be fragmented and unstable during these times. 5. Things you absolutely should not do. When placing the cloves. This is critical. Many people mess this up because they are either too impatient or they treat it like a cheap money hack. Do not place cloves in dark, damp areas or near the bathroom. These spots carry heavy yin energy that can swallow the positive effects of the cloves. Do not place cloves near strong electronic devices. Electromagnetic waves from these can interfere with the clove's natural energy field. Do not burn cloves for incense if you are tired, angry, or stressed. Your current emotional state can cling to the energy of the ritual instead of being released, causing it to backfire. Do not treat this like a money trick unless you genuinely intend to live more positively. Spiritual rituals are a commitment. If your actions do not align with your intention, the results will either be temporary or nothing will happen at all. 6. Once you finish, do this to activate the results. The ritual does not end the moment you place the cloves. After you are done, sit quietly for 3 minutes with your eyes closed. Visualize a better version of yourself, living peacefully, thriving, and feeling free. See money flowing to you, gently, steadily, like a cool stream of water, not from somewhere far away, but from your own efforts, awareness, and this new energy you have just created. Take 3 deep breaths, open your eyes, and whisper to yourself, I am open. I am ready. 7. How long until you see results? There is no universal answer. Everyone has a unique energy flow and personal life lesson. Some people feel lighter and calmer after just 2 or 3 days. Others sleep more deeply, think more clearly, or receive good financial news within 1 to 2 weeks. But the common sign is this: your living space will start to feel brighter, and you will feel more motivated to do what is right. And from that shift, real change begins. In the next part, we will explore the symbolic meaning of cloves and the action of activating abundance. Why such small items can bring big shifts in destiny, and how it all connects through spiritual wisdom, cultural traditions, and the invisible energy that shapes our lives. Have you ever felt like your home is holding on to negative energy? Not ghosts or anything like that. Just a heavy, stuck feeling that keeps repeating itself. You wake up unmotivated, you feel drained throughout the day. Nothing particularly terrible happens, but nothing flows smoothly either. You might blame stress, your job, or the weather, but often it is simply because the energy around you is blocked. And in feng shui, even the smallest symbol can open up an entirely new flow. Cloves are warm, spicy herbs with a sharp scent. They are not just for cooking. Cloves have long been seen as spiritual tools to clear out stagnant energy. In India, people burn cloves in rituals to call in blessings. In China, cloves are known as the scent that attracts wealth. In the West, many people hang clove sachets by their door to protect their homes. The common thread: our ancestors believed that scent could guide energy. Why 3 cloves? Think about it. So many things in life revolve around the number 3: past, present, future. Body, mind, spirit. Father, mother, child. In feng shui, the number 3 represents balance and wholeness. Placing 3 cloves is like activating 3 layers of energy at once: physical, your space; emotional, your intention; and spiritual, your belief. When these 3 align, flow begins. Take a moment to look around your home. Is there a corner you always avoid? A spot that feels cold, stuck, or stale? A door that creaks, or a hallway that always feels dark, even with the light on? That is where the energy is trapped. Gently place 3 cloves in that spot, quietly and mindfully, and you open a pathway for the stuck energy to be released. It does not need to be complicated. You just need your presence and a bit of sincerity. When you smell something comforting, your body softens, your thoughts slow down, your emotions settle. There is a reason why we use essential oils during meditation, in therapy, and during prayer. Scent reaches the invisible part of you, the part logic cannot touch. Clove is not just fragrant, it is strong, clear, and deep. That is why it is often seen as a small flame that burns away negative energy and reawakens vitality in a space. A tidy home with light and warm scents becomes a place that nurtures positive energy. On the other hand, a cluttered, airless, dark space often leads to a heavy mind and a restless heart. Feng Shui teaches, if you want to change your life, start with your living space. And 3 cloves are your first declaration to the universe. I am ready for change. I no longer hold on to what does not serve me. I welcome what is new with gratitude. In today's world, we are used to things being loud, clear, and fast. But in spiritual work, transformation often starts with something tiny: a stone on your desk, a bracelet on your wrist, a reminder taped to your mirror, and 3 cloves in a quiet corner of your home. No one else may notice, but you will. You will know that you planted a signal, and the universe always responds to clear signals. Feng Shui is not about spells or myths. It is an art of connection, linking you to your space so that both of you can support each other. You do not have to believe in it for it to work. You just have to be present when you do it. When you place the cloves with a grateful heart, things begin to move. Sure, you might still have to work, pay off debt, handle daily stress, but you will start to think more clearly. You will sleep more deeply. You will clean your space more often. And strangely enough, new opportunities will start to appear. Not because the clove is magical, but because your energy has shifted, and what you attract will always reflect what you send out. A small action, a powerful message. 3 cloves are not part of some elaborate ritual. They are a clear symbol that you are waking up. You are not waiting for luck. You are inviting it in. You are not drifting. You are choosing a new direction. And if you are ready, 3 tiny cloves are enough to begin that journey. You know, when we take action to plant a signal in our living space, the universe begins to notice. A small step, done with the right energy, can unlock doors we thought were forever closed. That is why ancient cultures believed in the power of physical symbols, not because they were magical, but because they helped us stay intentional. 3 cloves, though small, can become an energy focal point in your home. Placed with purpose, they serve as a daily reminder. Today, I live with intention. I am cleansing my life. I deserve better things. Cloves are also a symbol of warmth and protection. That bold, spicy scent feels like a quiet embrace, especially on days when you feel lost, when you are tired and do not know where to begin. Just sit down, hold a single clove, and give yourself a moment to breathe. You do not need to say anything, just be present in that moment, and you might notice your mind feels lighter. Your space looks brighter, and a quiet voice inside you whispers, "I am coming home to myself." In modern life, it is easy to feel disconnected from the space we live in. We treat home as a shelter, nothing more. But the truth is, your home feels your energy too. When you start doing small, intentional acts, like placing 3 cloves in a quiet spot, a gentle shift begins. And sometimes, those tiny actions are exactly what lead us toward a life that feels fuller, calmer, and more meaningful. Linda was a 58-year-old woman living alone in a small apartment on the outskirts of town. After her divorce, and once her children had moved out, life began to feel empty. Nothing dramatic had happened, but she constantly carried a sense of heaviness. She used to be an optimistic person. She loved gardening, and she adored the smell of coffee in the morning. But lately she had started sleeping in, barely left the house, and stopped taking care of her space. One day, while watching a feng shui video, she heard this sentence, "Sometimes you do not need to do something big. Just change a small corner of your home and the energy will shift." She decided to give it a try. Linda chose a corner by the window, dusty, neglected, and rarely looked at. She cleaned it thoroughly, placed a white cloth there, a glass jar, and 3 dried clove buds. No prayers, no rituals. She simply stood still for a few minutes, closed her eyes, and whispered to herself, "A new path begins here. I do not need to know what is coming. I just want to live a little lighter, a little brighter." A week later, she noticed she was waking up earlier. She opened her windows more often, played her favorite music while cleaning the kitchen, and even started journaling again in an old notebook she had forgotten. Nothing magical happened, but Linda felt something deeply real. She was coming back to herself. She no longer searched for answers outside. All it took was one small act, placing 3 cloves to create space for something new to grow. And that is when blessings began to quietly return. A light job opportunity came up. An old friend called out of the blue. And one bright morning, the sunshine made her want to go for a walk again. Linda wrote a note to herself in her journal. "Turns out, what I needed was not a miracle, just a reminder. And 3 little cloves gave that to me." Sometimes to change your life, you do not need to change the whole world. You just need to place one meaningful thing in the right spot, and it will take you farther than you ever expected. 3 cloves are not a miracle, but they are a clear signal to the universe. I am ready. I want to clear my space. I want to renew myself. So what about you? Are you living in a space that reflects the person you want to become? Have you ever felt something shift after a dream, a deep cleaning, or a quiet moment of meditation? Share it below, even just a single sentence. Leave a positive note for your future self in the comments, so that next time you return, you will remember, "This is where I once began." If this video made you feel a little lighter, a little more inspired, or simply helped you breathe easier, then please like, share, and subscribe so we can continue creating more meaningful spaces together. Because everything you touch, burn, plant, or dream carries meaning, and you deserve to live in better energy, starting today.